Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk to you about these two products you see on the screen right now, the Iron Out and the Lysol Lime and Rust. So I initially made this video and it turned out to be 15 minutes long, way too long. So I'm just going to get right to the point. I went through the steps of what I did to try to use these two products to try to get lime and lime scale, I guess, build up on my husband's toilet. And yeah, it was too long of a process and it just took too long. So I'm going to cut it down a little bit and just get straight to the point. So basically I used the Iron Out first. I thought that would be my best shot. And so I will cut to the clip of me using the Iron Out. Also, both these products came from my local Walmart. They were pretty easy to find. What was the other thing that I wanted to say? Oh, so basically this was just kind of an experiment. I wanted to experiment with both these products to see which would work because I've tried Barkeeper's Friend, I've tried bleach, I've tried CLR, I've tried, what else have I tried? I mean, I feel like I've tried it all, and I saw the Iron Out on Google. I had Googled how to get lime out of your toilet or rust, and a interesting picture had popped up of a before and after, and I was impressed. So I'm like, I'm definitely going to try the Iron Out. Also, I had one other area on my sink that I wanted to try and tackle with the Iron Out, and I'll show that how I did that and if it worked and all that stuff. So let's just jump to the toilet. Okay, so I know this is disgusting. I'm so sorry to the people who are subscribed to my channel, but this was the situation. I don't know if you can see that stain. Oh, okay, I'm zooming in now. So you can see that is a lot of lime and rust. I'm not sure what it is, but I did get part of it out with OxyClean. Now, what I did with the OxyClean, I couldn't dissolve it and use it. I had to use like a full chunk. Like, you know how sometimes in the OxyClean box, a chunk will you can pull out a ball of it after it's kind of, you've had it for a while. So I was able to stick the OxyClean in there in the bottom of the bowl, and it was able to sit directly on the surface and it wasn't dissolving. So that's how a little bit of that got removed. So a couple things: you want to keep your lid up and your bathroom fan on when you're using the Iron Out because it is pretty like strong. Like, it smells okay, but it's pretty strong stuff, so you want to be careful there. Also, the instructions say to remove the water out of the tank, or turn it, flush it, and then turn the water off. Well, mine didn't. The water came back up, so I would suggest taking like a small cup or something small so that you can get most of the water out. Alright, so this is my first time using this product, so I don't even know if I was doing it correctly or whatever, but there was some fizzing action, and I thought something was working because it was fizzing, and I couldn't really see because it got kind of cloudy in there. What I ended up doing is I ended up taking a scrub brush and scrubbing in there. Don't reuse a scrub brush, like, use it for either just toilet cleaning or, make sure you don't use it on anything else, obviously. And so basically I scrubbed it and I wasn't impressed. It didn't remove the stain at all. And I don't know if you can see it on the sides. There's some kind of staining on the sides. It didn't do anything for the sides either. So I wasn't impressed with the Iron Out whatsoever. Okay, so I went ahead and I let it sit, and I had scrubbed it already. It had probably sat for about 15-20 minutes, and then this is me flushing it to see the results. And at first I thought maybe it did something, and then when the water comes back up, you can see the stain is still there. And if you can see the sides of the toilet, it still looks pretty like stained up. So I wasn't impressed with that product. I don't know if I did something wrong or if there's a different way to use it. I followed the instructions, so I don't know. So then I went ahead and decided to, I think maybe I did a second application of the Iron Out to see if maybe it needed a second go. That didn't work, so then I moved on to the Lysol Black, which is the Lysol Lime and Rust, and we'll see how that worked. Okay, so the other place that I used the Iron Out was on the left-hand side right there where you see I'm putting the toothbrush. It's in my kitchen and my sink faucet area. I have that weird mark right there. I don't know where it came from. It looks like rust to me. And so I went ahead and tried some of this. It got some of this stuff off, not the actual stain, but it looked like it got some rust off around the edge of where the faucet is, but that's about it. It didn't touch the stain whatsoever, so I went ahead and just gave up on that. I'm not impressed with the Iron Out. I don't know if you guys have used this product or had luck with it. I'd love to know Or if you know how to get rid of a stain on the kitchen sink area like that, I'd love to know, because it didn't work. See, so here's me after I had rinsed it, and you can see it's still there. The next thing I'm going to try is lemon and salt. That's the only thing I can think of now. Okay, so I want to show you guys a clip of the Lysol Lime and Rust. So this is after I flushed the toilet a couple times after using the iron out. You don't want to go and mix chemicals like that. So I made sure to give the toilet a few good flushes and a little bit of time in between so that all the iron out could be rinsed away. And then I went ahead and let the bowl sit with the Lysol Lime and Rust probably for about, I want to say 30-45 minutes, longer than it says on the bottle, but I knew I had a tough stain to deal with here, so I should be flushing at some point. I hope. I'm not sure in the original video how long I talked. Let's just skip ahead here. Okay, so now I remember what happened. I did a second application of the Lysol Lime and Rust because the first time it did take away some, but I realized I needed to empty some of the water out of the tank. So that's when I got a bucket and a small cup, and I started to try to get as much of the water out as I could so that the product could sit with less water on the bottom of the toilet. So hopefully here's where I'm going to be flushing and we can see the results. I can't remember at what point I flushed, but yeah, just be careful. Make sure to get air, like go, in between these steps that I did. I made sure to leave the bathroom area. Make sure your pets or your kids aren't in the same room. Turn on the fan above because the iron out too, especially since it's a powder, it kind of blows up in your face. Not blows up in your face, but it since it's a powder, it kind of came up in my face a little bit. Now, if you look here, this is the Lysol Lime and Rust, and I'm flushing, and I should zoom in just a minute, and you can see that, are we going to zoom in? Come on, it worked. So the Lysol Lime and Rust is what worked for me. The iron out really didn't have any effect on the stain whatsoever, so I was happy with that. I'm still not happy with the sides of the bowl, so I might try some more Lysol Lime and Rust on the sides, but that's pretty much the verdict and the whole point of me doing the experiment. So yeah. Okay, so real quickly, I wanted to just show you that I did end up using the lime and rust, the Lysol lime and rust, around the faucet area that I was having troubles with. It doesn't say to use it on there. In fact, I think it says something about not using it on other areas, but I did anyways, and it did help the stain a little bit, but there's still, I was trying to show the lime and rust, and obviously I was having trouble. But it worked a little bit, not great. I might try it again, try a second application and see if it works, but yeah, the iron out didn't even touch it, so I feel like the Lysol worked a lot better. It's still pretty much there, and yeah, I'm gonna have to figure something else out, but that's pretty much it. I wanted to shorten the video up and not make it so long, and yeah, so if you guys have any comments or tips or anything like that, I'd love to know, because I'm continuously trying to get like stains that have formed up in the house out. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye.